can't beat a walk on the beach in the morning.
Before 8 o'clock.
Before 8 o'clock. It's not particularly early.
It is for us.
This huge bank is all part of the flood defences, and down here is the siren. We had a bit of a drama last night, as Carol thinks she's lost her diary.
It's Randy. We thought it was lost forever.
Yeah, I would never have forgiven myself because I gave you the idea to put it up there.
I did. It was banned from where it was. Safe and sound.
Okay, you can make it safe and sound again now.
Thank you.
It had been stored on this little shelf here.
Where was it?
It just slid down and was
Wedged down there.
wedged at the bottom.
It's the 11th of July and it's time to move on. This is Walcott Beach and it's time for some breakfast. So we're having bacon and egg wraps for breakfast.
We sat here for a while watching the seagulls, and I did a little bit of editing on the iPad. What I really like about the NV200 is you can park it anywhere. I wanted to film a lighthouse and I was just able to tuck in at the corner of this field and get this shot.
This is the lighthouse at Happisburgh. It's the only independently operated lighthouse in the whole of the UK.
In 2010, flint tools were discovered here that dated back over 800,000 years.
Just up ahead is Stowe Mill. You can actually rent this place and stay here. We're pulling into a place called Overstrand, and this was once known as the village of millionaires because so many of them lived here.
So we're going to park up here and relax, have some lunch, and then look for a place to stay later on. We're back in Cromer, driving around the outskirts of the town. The last time we were here was for the Antiques Roadshow.
We're now at Beach Road, Salthouse.
If I keep it honest, David, will you play with me? I will smile within the pictures and then let the music breathe. We'll let laughing in the lyrics, setting prose in all its pain. Distance from those cynics, we will keep them all at bay.
The safety hat.
We'll sing through the noise. my Sunday best. Worried through my altercation, you've forgotten the address. David, keep on playing, he is bound to show sometime. And take on all of the problems like he turns mud into sight.
$7.56. What's it like outside? It's a beautiful day. We had planned to go home today, but we enjoyed it here so much that we pondered staying for a second night, but then decided to continue on with the journey.
Here's an old telephone box. It was a shame when they got rid of those. And this is All Saints Church at Morston.
Just around this corner is Wells next to the sea. We've been here before.
Yeah, it's a lifeboat station.
This statue is in memory of the horses that we used to launch the lifeboat. So we just left Wells next to the sea because it was absolutely manic there. Too many people. This is a cheese and ham and mixed veg wrap. Yummy.
This is the Tower Windmill Bunkhouse at Burnham, but unfortunately, due to COVID, it's closed until September.
This road is covered by the sea at high tide, and it leads down to Thornham Old Harbour. Wherever we go, it's not long before the van starts getting attention. It's a busy little place here, and we were surrounded by lots of photographers. Okay, time to clear off.
That evening, we spent the night down this little track that leads into the woods.
Yeah, we had a really nice night here. Very peaceful once the traffic stopped. Carol getting a photograph for the log book. So this is day 8 of our 4-night trip. So far it's been going pretty well. Linford Stag Trail. So Carol brought me to the peaceful Thetford Forest today.
Oh, it's not going to be this noisy when we're walking in the woods, is it?
No, I hope not.
It's just because we're parked next to the A road.
Anyway, we can have a cup of tea now.
Are we ready, dude? Are we ready? We're ready. Hello, a couple of years ago I made a video about choosing between a campervan and a caravan. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. It's still very current.
In a high-risk area, everything comes with us, all our electronics.
That one sounds really close, I don't know.
There's military bases around here, aren't there?
Yeah, weird.
Probably a military jet. Is the, what's it called? The Stag Walk?
Linford Stag's the name of the car park.
Yeah.
And we were promised a stag.
We were promised a stag, and the only one we've seen is the wooden one at the entrance so far. We got our camper van, and our first trips were in the winter, and everywhere we went, of course, were really empty, and no other people were parking next to us. But of course, come the summer, we found that parking in any sort of beauty area quickly becomes untenable for staying in the van, because you'll have vehicles very, very close to you either side. And what we've also noticed is an awful lot of people are going out in just their cars now and picnicking by the car, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just setting up a little camp around their car.
Yeah. And you might turn up in a nice spot when there's not many people there and think, oh yeah, this is nice, we'll spend a bit of time here. And then very soon it gets busy,
just gets
and
too
you get
busy.
a lot of people come right by you.
And the other thing I think we've learned is it's far better going back out into the countryside and wild camping than trying to stay in a town during the summer.
Or down on the coast, and plus all the car parks down on the coast don't allow overnight camping anyway.
No.
And they're really busy right up until the evening, and then you get a lot of people coming in the evening to have
Parties,
meetups and drinks
and,
and boy racers doing their donuts and things. So
there's never been a time where we felt at risk or anything like that.
No.
I'm not trying to say that it's dangerous or anything like that, but once you've blacked out the blinds, you know, the windows, then of course you can't see what's going on outside. But if you do hear noises and you're worried, then just turn all the lights off and have a look through the blinds. We never did get to see a stag on this walk, so we just had to make do with petting the metal one. Update on the gear lever. This collar was sticking, but it seems to have freed itself off. We haven't done anything to it. So if that happens to you, maybe just leave it for a while before you book it in for service. We've seen a lot of military manoeuvres today. We made one more stop at a different location in the forest for a cup of tea and for a sort out in the van. That's better. Try and cut them out, I think. The mugs are just too hard to get in and out with these elastic sleeves, so we're taking a knife to our rather expensive Helinox table. That's better. Now it doesn't spill my tea. So we'll try it with just one cut out and see. Had to tidy up in the boot today, move things around a little bit. Biggest difference is all of our window blinds are now vertical, and our quilt comes over the top and holds them in place, which stops them falling out, so that works much better. Right, I'm just planning the trip to Dedham Vale now. which will be our final night on this trip before going home. It costs 50p to stay in this car park overnight, right next to the river at Dedham Vale. So overall, our first trip after lockdown proved to be a resounding success, and it was good to get back out in the van. We learnt a few new tricks, and we'll be putting that to good effect the next time we go away in the little red camper.